Hello, hi, I'm Catherine, the creator of Shia and the Jetsons Community Preservation of the Promised Land. Thank you so much for your donation, Darlene Owens. Thank you for your $50 donation. Thank you. A shout out to Louisiana Tay. I wanted to hear about your dream. So tell me about that dream because you are the magic man. You're the magic man that everybody would go to in the Promised Land. So for people who don't know what the Promised Land is like, it's you can't imagine. It's the most wonderful place to ever be in. But there are people. There's many different people, but one of the people that we're gonna be fond of is people like Louisiana Tay. He is the person that you go to if you need help with any type of ailments, like spiritual ailments. If you need to know something about the moon and stars, he's that magic man that you go to. So shout out to Louisiana Tay. So that's the kind of the kind of person, the very powerful spirit that you would have to go to him for help if you need help of like ailments that you can't get from a normal doctor. This would be your magic man doctor. Because he would have all sorts of like, stones and crystals and things like that. Like just all kind of different crystals that I have too. But, you know, like for instance, um, I have a severed finger of a giant, and this heals you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so this is a severed finger from a giant, a huge giant. So this is why we have to go to the promised land, somebody's finger. So you set this anywhere you have elements and it heals you. It heals your heart, it heals you. But these are elements that we will be able to see when we travel in our Jetsons. Oh yeah, we're gonna travel in our Jetsons. That's why I need you to please look at the link description below. Download it, read it, because ABC News, NBC News, all the television station network is telling Oprah that she needs to learn her history. They're right. They're absolutely right. So we have to let them know about everybody's, all of our history, because that's what they're talking about. They're talking about that we need to. They said that we need to reflect and we need to learn about our history. Okay, so let's send them our history because we reflected and we have our history, and it's so important to send it because the history that they're talking about is happening already. It's still happening. We have not got out of it. So it's still fresh. The evidence, we are the evidence. So send those posters, the poster magazine to the Promised Land to all television station networks so they can learn about what they already know about their history. So once they know about the history and everybody's on the same page, then we have no choice but to get to the Promised Land. Do you understand? See, when you let the media know their history, because they're right, they're absolutely correct. We must know our history. And so we have to let them know our history because they're right, right? Okay, so because they want to know about the history. Since they want to know about our history and they want to know about their history. Not that they want to know, but they already know. They said that they already know because they said to Whoopi, you are suspended because you have to reflect on your history. You're right. Okay, so send the poster magazine so we can all reflect on our history because, well, it's not nothing bad that they said when they said we have to reflect on our history. That's not bad. In fact, that's probably one of the greatest things they could ever say because on national TV they're pressing everybody to learn about the history. Okay, please download this right now and just send it. You ain't even have to read it. Just download it and send it to. I'm talking. Just type in the View Television Station Network. Type in the View Television Station Network. Type in any type of. Type in NBC, CNN, ABC, especially ABC, because they're the ones started it. Send it to them. Type in ABC News Television Station Network and just send them the poster magazines. It's an announcement poster magazine about our history, letting them know that how we're going to be getting into the promised land, which is our 640 acres. It's our 640 acres that we're standing on in right now. Wherever you live at, 640 acres is yours. So is whoever is in your land, like whatever business that's on your within your 640 acres owes you a monthly tax payment for the rest of your life. So the View television station network actually owes Whoopi the deed to the studio. The deed to they owe Whoopi the whole studio. because technically 640 acres is Whoopi, right? And so if they have a problem with, if any foreigner got a problem with Whoopi, they got to go bye-bye. They got to go back to Bulgaria, where they come from. Because all of them are from like the Khazarian area, Bulgaria, Caucasus Mountains. Okay, so that's what they would have to go to if they got a problem with any type of black person. That's why it's important to download the information so you can send to the television station network so they can put me on TV or not. But they're gonna have to do that if everybody keep emailing. They're gonna be like, Catherine, what's going on? What is this? Why are you sending? Come on. It's like, okay, yeah, because you said you want to reflect on the history. Remember? Okay. And that's the greatest thing that you could ever say because, you know, we have to bring out our history. See, no matter what y'all do, no matter what you say, no matter what you do, you just, I mean, it's like, you know how you like, not, I'm not gonna say a walking train wreck, but you know, like you're just like a walking abomination. Like, let's say Abomination is walking down, like, let's say you see Abomination just walk down the street. That would be, yeah, that would be every white person. Damn. Because I mean, because they know that they're not even guests here. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not from this country, so they're from somewhere else. So they're not even guests here. You can't even say that white people are guests here. They not, like Mexican people and all that, Chinese. They're not guests here. They're like, yeah, they would be guests because they're not indigenous here. No white Chinese person is indigenous to America. That's a fact. I mean, anybody can find that just by looking in your history. You have to learn your history to know where you're from, who's who. You got to know who's who in order to get to the promised land. And the promised land is right where every single black man is at. Black woman and man, that's wherever you at. That's the 640 acres is yours based on the United States Treaty Act that removed our great grandparents from our lands and then replaced their corporation on top of ours, on top of blown bones, sweat, blood, and tears. That's our history. So we don't have nowhere to go but where we're at right now. We don't have anywhere to go. So while this 400-year slavery thing has already ended in 2019 in August, that ended. As soon as that happened, as soon as it ended, our timeline crossed into each other, meaning that watch the movie, TV series Loki. I keep telling you, and watch that episode 6, where Cain said that the timelines are crossing, have crossed, meaning that our future, past, and present are all locking in one and the same, all together. So that means probably in the next, within 2 years from now, all together, it's all merging, your past, present, and future all in one body. So that's how Cain was able to move out of the way in an elevator with 2 Lokis in it. And that's impossible. You can't avoid you can't avoid one Loki in an elevator. You know, like a person who's like the abomination, like that would kill you. You can't stand next to a person in an elevator. That's how they had Cain in the movie TV series Loki. They had him in an elevator with 2 Lokis. And he was able to get out of the way and not die, not get killed. That's what's happening with us. We're merging to where they can't touch us because if your past, present, and future is right here, I know that's hard to imagine. It's hard to imagine. Just imagine that your higher self in the future knows what's going to happen. So that way you're able to dodge if a police officer come and shoot you right now. Put your hands up and they contagious and shit. What? The timelines are crossing where your higher dimension future self can already move you out the way and even do circles around this man, these 10,000 police officers, because you already know what's going to happen because your future self is already within you. So is your past. Your past is within you. That's how you know who's who. See, okay, this is what's happening. You know how we're getting all this information that's downloaded into our minds? Our past of information that we supposed to know before is merging with us. That's why we like, oh, this what happened to us and that's what happened to us. Oh, now we see, because the past is coming into our minds and bodies right now. So is our future. That's how you able to see what's going to happen. Like, you know how Louisiana today is a good example. It's a good example because he's all about seeing things that people can't see. He can see the future. He can see the numbers. When the numbers come in, he's like, "Ooh, that's number 9. Oh shit!" You know, they did all this number. You know, because he know that this means this. That means, oh, this is gonna happen because it happened already. See, we already did this and done. We already did this. That's why you can see a spaceship because those are our spaceships. That's us in the future. Okay, the spaceships that you see, especially the triangle ones that came and abducted me on March the 13th, 1997, those are black ships, only black ships. Anyway, that's our future selves that's merging in with us right now. That's how we're able to be like, oh man, you know, they dying and they can't touch us because they can't. That's why you can see how they're being influenced by taking the boom booms and we're not, because they got to go back where they came from, you know, in the past. Because in the past and in the future they was fucked up. Ooh, in the future they got messed up. They became the gray aliens. So the white people that you see right now became the gray aliens. That's what they became. Observing their own people, abducting them, taking their DNA to make a better human. And that's going to turn into that AI that we were talking about. Will Smith he came, you know, that movie with AI. He knew. He said, "Ooh man," because he was part AI. Because he ended up taking the mark of the beast and all that. That's what that really means. Will Smith. He turned and he took the boom boom. You know, you know, that's crazy. So he became half, because that's what's gonna happen. They changing the worst race into a AI, so they can be programmed. That's why everybody being, what's that they putting that chip in the they putting the chips in people's hands and stuff like that. Well, that ain't nothing compared to what they finna, you know, what that booster mean. That booster is the end game. That's it. I mean, go watch. I'll leave a link. Watch Net Most Wanted. Ooh, watch Net Most Wanted. You better watch that. He just came out with this video. But go to my Patreon channel and you can see everything and way more. Even Net Most Wanted don't know what I know. He's still trying to figure out. But let me tell you, that's what I'm saying. I can't even. Y'all got to go to my Patreon channel. Y'all missing out. The people that are on my Patreon channel, it's growing more and more. More and more people are coming on my Patreon channel. And they're like, oh my God. So what I want to, the people that's on my Patreon, would you please make a comment on this video and say she telling the truth? She telling the truth. Kathy, she is loading up these videos that we ain't never even knew about. Okay? Come and watch her. Would y'all please tell the people? I'm gonna go to my Patreon channel and tell the Patreon members to leave a comment on this section and say what you've been looking at. What have you seen? Haven't you seen some amazing shit? Okay. Well, anyway, our timeline is crossing. Right now as we speak. That's why we're able to get this information and be aware of what's happening and know that there are two sides to every race. That's why the television station network, they blasted themselves by saying that, well, it really is about race. They're right, though. It really is about race. But then again, on the black side, it's not. It's not. But but according to them, yes, it is. It really is about race. They're right. That's what I'm saying. They're right about that. It's about race. There's two different sides. It's two different sides. One side of a people is the organic race, and I guess they're supposed to be here. Then the other one is an offshoot brand that was never supposed to be here. Well, that's what's been running this office. That's what's been running this country the whole time for 400 years. The off-brand worst race shoot has been running all in the media, telling Whoopi to learn her history. See, that's an abomination right there. That's an abomination. How can a parasite that ruined a race of people tell that race of people to learn about their history? Oh my God. That's why you got to go to my Patreon channel to see how, and just look at Net Most Wanted and see how millions of them right now, millions. This is how we're going to, now, oh, somebody asked me on my comment section, said, well, how am I going to pay for an RV with you know, me being homeless and with kids and stuff. Let me tell you something. You're not going to be paying for shit. How you going to pay for an RV? We're not paying for no RV. Okay? We're not paying. Money don't exist. Just money don't exist right now. Okay? Money does not exist. Okay? Reparations don't exist. Real reparations is their death. They can only die for us to get to you. In order for you to get to the promised land, they have to go bye-bye. And this is what's happening. The boom boom is taking them straight out. Straight by, I'm talking about by the millions right now as we speak. Oh, and speaking of that, now I told you it was dead people in these apartments. Two people was taken away, and it was like in white vans right down here and then right over here. Now go to Netmost One and you'll see a video where a man shows it. He said that in these apartments they did up in there, smelly and all. Well, his neighbor was dead. He found his neighbor dead. So you need to go ahead and I'm talking about this is happening everywhere. And now they're starting to fall out like flies. They're starting to drop out like flies. Go to my Patreon channel and okay, so when you go to my Patreon channel, you will see everything. You will see how they're dying. Now when the person asked, let me get back to that question. She said that comment. She said, how can I get an RV with no money? You know, I have children. I said, you're not gonna pay for nothing. You're not paying for nothing. We have to just sit here and do nothing but wait. Let me tell you, they falling on their own sword. The television station network that told Whoopi that for her to do her own research on her history fell on their own sword. They fell on their own sword by telling her that. I'm talking about the type of shit like that. Like, no matter what they do, they fucked up. I don't care. Even they trying to do a dig on a black woman, got them messed up. Because now, if you dig up their history, you're going to find nothing but worse than a can of worms. Shit, you can see all kind of bats and ravens and coffins flying out that bitch. People hanging on noose. Oh, man. Anyway, so for them to say for her to look at her history, we have to give them their history. So that's what I'm all about. And the way that, and this is good too, because when you give them their history, they have no choice but to hand over the goods. They have no choice. Well, that's why I'm saying you have to read it. You got to read it and send it to them so they can read it and understand. And then you might say, well, they're not going to understand. No, if all of you guys send it, just like we did this sorry ass lawyer, he answered. He said, well, I can't because I'm a fucking coward. You know, that's what he is. He a coward. I'm talking about that lawyer we emailed. He proved himself to be a coward because the people that emailed him came back at me and said, ooh, he's saying he can't take the case. He got too many cases because he a coward. But see, if we send it to all of the television station network, NBC, ABC, Fox News, they going to answer. They going to answer. Ooh, and when they answer, we got to be on TV. And if I'm on TV, it's a wrap. It's it's a wrap. It's done, son. We finna get the RVs. That's what I'm saying. Hurry up and send them poster magazines. Nighttime Guru. Just type in. Shout out to Nighttime Guru. He's my Facebook friend. He's my Patreon member. He does all. He's the one that says, oh, I sent this to him and I sent that to him. Okay, well now we got to send it to every television station network now because they said that they want to know, they want us to reflect on our history. Okay, we're going to be a reflecting motherfucker for real because we have to, because they got to know about our history and their history is, they're going to, Lord have mercy. I put their history on there. This is what's going to get us our Jetsons because I put their history. The reason how we're going to get our Jetsons is because I put their information on the posters. Their history is on the poster. And if you read their history, you're going to be upset. Yeah, everybody's going to be upset. Yeah, because they're going to learn that that Hitler was right. They're going to learn he was 100% correct. Yeah, he was right. And I'm not talking about like, killing all these people, but I'm just saying what he represented was trying to tell everybody that there is two different sides of races, two different sides of white people, right? So if it's two different sides of white people, one side is good and one side is bad. It's always like that. That yin and yang. It's always like that. It's always one side good, one side bad. Well, Hitler was talking about that bad side that he was trying to get rid of. That's what he was trying to get rid of. So his enemies are our enemies, because remember now he ended up moving to Argentina, married South America, it's Argentina, and married a black woman and having two kids. Now, his army is also black. He got black people in his army, and they never show that. They also never show him speaking in English or translating what he was saying in English. You notice that? Did you notice that they never show him, Hitler talking, translating his whatever he's saying in English? They can translate everything in English for other people, for other countries. But why they can't translate it in English here? Because if you knew what he was really saying, he was saying that black people are the real Jews and that there's no such thing as a Jewish person. A Jewish person is a mankind, kind of like a God, but not quite. Kind of like a man, but not quite. Meaning that you're just a damn monster. Mankind means you're a monster. You're trying to be like the Most High, but you're not. That's all the Bible and the people that wrote it. They're trying to be like the Most High. Okay? Putting the Most High in it. Deuteronomy and all that. Putting the Most High vengeance in the Bible. Saying how the Most High is going to kill him and everything. It's like, damn. Anyway, they just messed up because they don't have a history. And they're trying to claim our history, but it's mixed and distorted. Like as if they're in the right and we're in the wrong. When in reality, what it's going to is where we're going to end up going to the promised land in many different dimensions, higher dimensions than this, starting from 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th, because once you get into the promised land, you're already automatically on the 5th dimension. You're not on the 4th, because the promised land is where there's no cops, there's nobody that can tell you where to lay or stay. It's your land. So you're automatically on the 5th dimension right off top. And can't nothing come against you because you're on your shit. You're on your land. So, it's nothing to it but to do it if they come up to you. If they come up to you, I'm talking about a police officer. We ain't talking about no Tom, Dick, and Harry down the street. I'm only talking about police officers, court judges, military that can come against you. You can literally chop them all up into little pieces. Bury them on your shit. I'm just saying this is what it's going to boil down to, because when you send those poster magazines, you're going to have to, because when you read it, you're going to be like, oh my God. Because you're going to see that this whole time, Hitler was right. Hitler was right. So because there's two sides to every white person, that's why the media was saying, the news network was telling Whoopi, no, it is about race, because they right. It really is about race. It's about two different sides, somebody wrong and somebody right. Well, the wrong one's been ruling us for 400 years, and now it's time for them to go bye-bye. And they going, and it's getting dark. Let me try to see if I can lighten this area up. It's getting dark up in here. Mm-hmm. Oh, Lord. I know you guys can't see. But anyway, let me end this. Okay, because I'm trying to make it lighter. Anyway, but I'm going to end this. But I just want to make a quick little video because I'm going to make something delicious to eat. And then, okay, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to go to the promised land. You just got to do what I say. That's all. Just do what I say. Just send the posters to all of the people. I'm talking about only to the television station networks, because in that way they can put us all on. And what am I gonna say? You know what I'm gonna say. We're gonna get our Jetsons, and it's patent, and I have the patent. Then that's gonna bring the attention to the patent. We'll be able to manufacture it, because that comes with us claiming our 640 acres. and claiming the resources that we need to make our Jetsons, to collect our Jetsons, because it's already made, to collect our Jetsons so that we can travel in 13 different promised land areas in your area, okay? And we'll be able to travel in just in real time. I'm just rambling, y'all. I'm gonna go, you guys. So I just wanted to make this quick video. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it's good. All we have to do is just wait. Really, that's it. We don't have. There's nothing else we can do. We have to wait and collect our power. That is our timelines merging. That's why Cain said the timelines are merging. The past, present, and future is running it all together right now. So, oh, shout out to Michi X. She made a video, a very powerful video, her last video. Watch her video because she's telling the truth. That last part she said, where she said, you know, we gonna be knocking down people's doors in a minute. We're gonna be like, what's up? Okay, But I mean, it's all good. We're not gonna, we're just doing what we're supposed to do, and that is live our life, our best life, the way we're supposed to. We don't harm nobody that's not harming us. If they're not harming us, we're not gonna harm them. But if they get in our way of us not getting to the promised land, we're gonna have to take them out. So we're gonna get to the promised land by any means. So we just have to just do what we're doing now. Just wait. Do what we can do. What can we do? We can sit here and we can email as many people as we want to. We have that right. We can do that. And we can just email them and then we watch them squirm. It's like, ooh, look at that, and you never know. You never know. Because right now we're going into the timelines is where we're going into the promised land, which is heaven on earth. So it's heaven on earth. You don't have to die to get there or anything like that. We're just going to see how they're being removed. And while they're being removed, we're going to rise. And that's how we're going. So, okay. Thank you for the $50 donation. Darlene, thank you.